The queen rolls up on Eloise like, girl, get in the car. Oh, welcome back, y'all. It is Melinda J, and welcome back to my channel. I am here to do episode 7 of season 2 of the Bridgerton series on Netflix. So let's get right on to it. Okay, so this episode name is called Harmony. All right, and the main points from this, and I'm reading this off of the Netflix caption. For episode 7, it says, scandalous rumors swirl around the Bridgertons and the Sharmas. The queen's ire over Lady Whistledown lands Eloise and Penelope in a quandary. Okay, so this episode starts out as Edwina canceling the wedding. The wedding cancellation is the latest scandal and unprecedented event because compared to last season with Daphne, I don't even think she made it down the aisle to where she was like, no, this cannot happen. That's why I think this is very unprecedented, because in Daphne's situation, it happened like suddenly to where the wedding was canceled, compared to this season with Edwina and the Viscount Anthony situation. It went far as going down the aisle, about to say I do. Okay, so it is very detrimental to not only the Sharmas but also the Queen and Lady Danbury, as well as the Bridgerton clan, because they are the most reputable family in the area. So I have wrote down in my notes, so if you see me looking away this way, I'm looking at my notes. So I said, due to the wedding cancellation, is the latest unprecedented scandal with Kate and Anthony's feelings coming to fruition for each other, that is still an underlining brush under the rug effect. When it caused a major scandal amongst the Sharmas as well as the Bridgertons. I gotta lift this thing up so it can be up to my my mouth, okay? And also, which leads to, instead of being still in the dark, in the cold, laying low, Lady Danbury was like, well, we are about to take a stroll on the promenade. No, I think that was Lady Bridgerton that said that. But anyways, both families, they take a stroll, or they had a set plan on taking each other out onto the promenade and take a little walk, of course, showing the people that they are still strong and they're gonna press forward and the show must go on. However, this time on the promenade, everybody is skedaddle boots, okay? Each time the Bridgertons say hello to someone, they're like, okay, we don't want to, they are definitely like, we don't want to associate with them. They're scandalous, okay? Everybody is like hiding behind the van, okay? Playing peekaboo, like, okay, are they gone? Okay, let's go. Same goes for the Sharmas. The Sharmas, their reputation is already tarnished as it is with what the mother had did. She allowed love to override her duty to carry on the family name by marrying a notable person with wealth. But child, the folks, when the Sharmas came, everybody was like, like giving those type of teas, looking side-eyed and everything else. I was like, oh wee, this ain't good. And that leads to, Lady Bridgerton and Lady Danbury giving each other the eye, like, we got to fix this. We got to do damage control ASAP. And so before they have went to the promenade, because Eloise, she's still on her quest now. She's still on her radical quest on unveiling Lady Whistledown, as well as exploring her ventures. The queen rolls up on Eloise like, girl, get in the car. Get in there now. And Eloise shook like what I did, because the queen don't just roll up anywhere. It takes a very scandalous as well as a very vital incident or situation for the queen to roll up at your residence. So the way the queen rolled up, she said, get in right now. Eloise, I summon you in this carriage. Get in. So Eloise, she's in the carriage and she's like, oh, what can I do for you today, my queen, your majesty? And the queen was like, I am aware of what has transpired, and I believe I have cracked the code in, well, she didn't say this verbatim, but I'm just going off the top of my head, just how I remembered it. I have became aware of you being Lady Whistledown. You have been strolling in the whereabouts where you should not be at, and I finally caught you. And Eloise was taken back like, me? Lady Whistledown? Oh, no, you got that wrong. I am not her. And the queen was like, yeah, you lying to me? You lying to me? Don't tell that to somebody else. And Eloise was like, I promise you, I am not Lady Whistledown. Like, I may be all out there and stuff, getting my, expanding my horizons, mingling with people that are beneath me and sorts of things, hanging out in places that I should not be hanging out at. But at the same time, it is not me. And I could prove it to you. And so this is where the queen had gave her a proposition, a wager, to come up with the receipts. And luckily, Eloise saved all Lady Whistledown's pamphlets as evidence, because now her butt is on the line, because the queen had made it very aware, like, if you don't provide me no receipts on you not being Lady Whistledown, then count your blessings when it comes to you and your family. I will tarnish it from the flow up. And Eloise was like, dang it. And so that's when this is when Penelope has arrived after the stroll on the promenade and being basically humiliated because people are being shady towards the two clans, the Sharmas and the Bridgertons. Penelope has came and arrived, and Eloise was telling Penelope, like, girl, like, the queen said Lady Whistledown is me, and it's definitely not me. So I need you to help me, help you, help each other to provide some receipts so my butt can be out of the clear. So myself I can be out the clear. And Penelope is like, girl, because in the back of her mind, we already know that Lady Whistledown is her. We already know Lady Whistledown is Penelope, but Eloise still doesn't at this moment. And even though she has some tidbits, some clues and stuff like that, but Eloise gave Penelope the business on what could happen if she don't provide the receipts. And so that leaves Penelope in a very compromising position because she has been working alongside with Madame Delacroix, the modiste, when it comes to bringing her business. When I'm talking about her business, I'm talking about Lady Delacroix bringing clients to her business of giving her good press in the Lady Whistledown column. And then, of course, Madame Delacroix, she's doing Penelope service into disguising her sending off mail in her silks that she be getting in the same area that Penelope be getting the K stamp, and also the same area where Eloise be hanging out with Mr. Theo Sharp. Yes, Penelope, she is left in a very compromising position, because now either she saves her friend and reveals herself to the queen as Lady Whistledown, or she throws her under the bus and be like, yeah, Lady Whistledown is not me, but however, I can give you a snippet of who it might be. So yeah, that is definitely what is going on between the beginning and middle part of the episode. And let's see, on down, I believe this review is definitely gonna be short, because the finale is, as far as like the episode of the finale, is an hour and some odd minutes long. So this review is definitely maybe short. Let's see, on down the episode, after the Bridgertons and the Sharmas take a stroll on the promenade, this is when Kate and Anthony finally make out. And I'm trying to figure out when this happened. I believe this incident happened after the Bridgertons and Sharmas went out again to like a museum, an art museum, to again do damage control on the scandal that has transpired within the past couple of days within the community, yet alone the country, might as well. And what Anthony and Kate was supposed to do was remain neutral, be cordial, and stay away from each other at all times, so people would think there's still nothing going on between y'all two. However, that is not happening. And like Daphne said, when you have that feeling for someone, you cannot escape it. The smell of someone cannot escape your mind. And each time they come near you, you just want to soak up all the sensory of it all when it comes to them strolling by you. And when you touch that person, it just sends that electric fire to your brains and make you just go blank. At the same time, it gives you those butterflies. And that's what the attraction it is between Kate and Anthony, the Viscount Anthony. And so I believe after the museum incident, where of course Lady Danbury had to put some women in check, like, do you see my name is on that wall here, and I have a whole hall dedicated to my family and my name? Yeah, put some respect on my name. That's basically what Miss Lady D was telling the ladies, was telling the girls, like, don't do me like that, okay? But put some respect on my name. And of course, people make mistakes, basically. And so I believe it was after this museum visit, that is when Kate and Viscount Anthony finally made out and made love to each other on the patio, where it was more like a gazebo type of thing, but it was concrete and it had columns. But yes, it was very passionate, very sexual, and all sorts of things. I loved it. Like, I was getting chills myself, and I was like, I'm not even in the episode, but I'm feeling it right now. Oh, like those type of things. But they finally just put their egos to the side and just did the do. I was like, they finally got all that frustration, the tug and pull, all out their system. And that's when the Viscount, finally realizes that what his mother and Daphne was talking about. And I believe in this episode, as well as Anthony was reflecting on his father's legacy and stuff, the youngest son had came in, Gregory, and he was mentioning to him about the bullying in the school, and how the teacher was telling him, okay, this is the part that's gonna be one of the teachable moments. One of the teachers told him, his Latin teacher to be exact, told him that he was stupid, and that basically he is too stupid to learn Latin, and he doesn't catch up like all the other kids. And so that brings into question, and definitely I have to say this constantly, because we all have to realize that, as the four agreements say, your word is impeccable. I cannot say that enough. Your word is impeccable, and it plays true and true, because your words can affect how people process things, whether it's for short term or long term. And the fact that the teacher told a student, that a young boy, and he's probably about the age of 8, I'm gonna say give it age 8 to 10, you telling a young boy that he is stupid, do you know how detrimental that is going to affect his life in the long run? Not to say that, he's not able to grow from it, but anytime somebody calls him stupid in the long term, he's gonna reflect back to that moment where that teacher had recalled him saying that he was stupid. So this teachable moment on this part is definitely be careful with your words. And we seen it played out in a couple of instances. I'm not finna say, but we all know it has played out to where it causes some consequences. So definitely your word is impeccable. Your words have value, whether you know it or not. And it's up to you to decide on how you want to move forward. It's because every decision determines your destiny, whether it is an abundant blessing or a consequential blessing. Well, it ain't even a consequential blessing, but your lesson will turn into blessings at the end of the day. So I was glad that the Viscount Anthony had gave his brother some reassurance that, no, you're not stupid, you're just as smart as this kid, and forget what he says. And he also reassured him about the father that had passed away, and how he had built the shell wall of not having no emotions and stuff like that, but he promised them that he would do better. And the fact that Lady Bridgerton had witnessed that by eavesdropping on the conversation outside of the office room, I thought that was a very pleasant and monumental moment, because you see the shift that is happening when it comes to Mr. Anthony. But I believe that particular scene when Gregory, the youngest son, came in to talk to Anthony about something, the Viscount Anthony about something, because technically he is the father figure of the household. Even though that is his brother, he is the father figure that takes care of everything. Hence, that is the surface pressure that happened back then and still plays a little prevalent to now. But I believe this scene was in the previous episode. Comment down below if it did, to remind me, to correct me. If not, then it definitely played in between episode 7 and 8, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely after the love making scene from Kate and the Viscount enduring and doing the do and stuff, it started raining, and the Viscount was left alone because Kate had went back to the mansion to to recuperate and stuff like that, refresh. There we go. Refresh herself. And of course, she's feeling that intensity. I feel like Kate has anxiety too. Just by the way she was breathing and stuff, I'm like, girl, breathe, because you're making me shoot, breathe, for the love of God. All this hallucinate. Well, it's not even hallucinating. It's definitely hyperventilating. There we go. It was shoot. It was definitely, I was definitely channeling that hyperventilation moment. I'm like, okay, does this girl got anxiety or something? Because I get you're trying to shake off the feelings, but you cannot shake off the feelings if your body is telling you what it wants, and what it wants is the Viscount Anthony himself. Stop playing. But this is when after she had refreshed herself, she went out on a run again with her horse, because while he is gathering himself to, because now he came into the realization, and this is Anthony that I'm talking about, now that he has came into the realization that his love for Kate is like no other, and it's the feeling that his mother and Daphne was talking about. Now he's going to take the steps forward to proposing to Miss Kate. However, in the midst of doing that, the staff at the house realized she is not at the house right now, and that the maids had let them know that one of the horses are gone. And once she said that, he already knew what was going on, what was happening. Okay, she's going out for the run, so let me go after her, and so I can profess my love to her. And so it started raining harder, and because usually she'll be out doing the run when it's daytime, but this right here is critical. This scene is very critical because of the fact she is going out and it's pouring down, raining. And I've already mentioned in the episodes before that when it rains, there's either something bad happening, crying, sorrow, or cleansing energy happening when it comes to the rain archetype in film and stuff. And oh man, it was getting to the point where she was about to jump over this dangerous cliff. However, before she even did that, that's when the horse held back. And you know how when you fall off of when the horse feels danger approaching, it's gonna stop in its tracks. It's going by its intuition now. So the horse had held back, and the scene was beautiful as the horse was going up, and she was still holding on, but at the same time you could tell something bad was about to happen, and it did. And Kate ended up falling off the horse, slightly hitting her head on the rock that she laid next to. Oh, that was so sad. I was literally screaming at the TV when that happened, because she at that, okay, when Kate's state of mind was happening in that moment, it was like, okay, I done made love to this dude, I done said I love you, and all this is happening as far as my sister still not trusting me, and my sister has turned her back on me, my mother has turned my back on me, everyone has basically turned their back on me, and I'm just being left out in the cold. And for that to happen to Kate, I was screaming at the TV, because I was like, girl, you cannot go you cannot go to the upper room with us. No, you gotta fight this. And I'm so glad that Anthony was in sight right on time for him to rescue her, because that struck a nerve with him again. The person that he has feelings for or loves is in a state of life or death situation. And like I said, I'm so glad he was behind, as well as a carriage that was nearby as well, that stopped on the trail to allow him to rescue Kate Sharma, and of course doing whatever is necessary to rescue her. So yes, that concludes this part of this episode, which is Ms. Kate Sharma being in basically critical condition from falling off a horse. And what I got from this episode, as far as the teachable moment, is that when you go for something in your life, you're gonna have to put your ego and your pride to the side, and also have faith and to get in whatever you want in life, trusting your intuition and all. And it doesn't matter what people say in society. If that is the person that you want to love, if that is the goal that you want to accomplish and achieve, go for it. You have the power to change your mind anytime you want to. And definitely, if the person is available and if they have feelings, if you have feelings, then go for it and see how it comes out. If you have that feeling, that intuitive feeling that the person is right for you, go for it. Okay. And stop living the life in fear, because when you live the life in fear, it manifests a whole lot of other case scenarios involved. Okay. And then I also came across this tweet as I was writing this script for this teachable moment, and it was from Naked Numerology on Twitter, and it was just perfect. And it says, lessons will repeat itself until it is learned. Okay, especially when it comes to love and duty. Okay, so with that being said, that concludes the end of this video and review, as well as the teachable moment. And until okay, first, before I even do this, be sure to like the video. Okay, comment down below on which parts came out the interest to you, and let me know so we can continue on the conversation. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload a video. Please stay tuned for episode 8 review, because that is the last episode of this season, and that may be a long one as well. I don't know, because it is a long episode, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot to dissect in that one as well. But please stay tuned for that. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.